All right, man. All right. Royal Day, Royal Day, Royal Day, man. Investment Group versus Susu. Y'all know what we gonna do with this. Hope all is well. Um, yeah, man. We gonna get straight to it, man. We gonna get to it. I'm gonna go share it real quick. We gonna get straight to it. Get in and out of here. And y'all like, share, subscribe, man, and donate to the channel. All right. Peace and abundance. Hope all is well. All right, man. Overview between investment group and Susu, also known as Susu, whatever have you, or rotating savings club. All right, man. This is, something that melanin black people have done in, past whatever, but we need to bring back a lot of this stuff. Some people are doing it now, and some people may not know about it. Investment group versus Susu. Okay, number one, structure and organization. Investment group, formally organized, sometimes an LLC, partnership, or cooperative. Members pool money with the specific goal of investing: stocks, real estate, businesses, etc. Usually has legal agreements, bylaws, voting rights, and a structured leadership. All right, the SUSU, informal, community-based savings system. Members contribute a set amount weekly and monthly, and each person takes turns receiving a full pooled sum, quote unquote, hand in quote. All right. No legal paperwork, built on trust, honor, and community accountability. Purpose: investment group to grow wealth over time through strategic investments. Focused on financial returns, dividends, and capital gains, or building businesses. SUSU to save money collectively and provide lump sums to members for immediate needs, bills, business, startups, emergencies, or travel. So investment group is more together, and you're gonna get long-term ROIs, return on investment. And SUSUs is kind of like the instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna blow the money on whatever. Most of the time, shit, it ain't gonna get them no money back. You know what I mean? Or return on investment. So more about discipline. SUSU is more about discipline in saving than investing for long-term profit. So that, like I said, that's just for people that just want to get shit quickly. It's most people. Risk and reward. Investment group, high risk depending on chosen investments. Potential for high reward. Also, though, profits can multiply beyond contributions. Risk of losses if investment fails. Well, that's anything you risk shit in relationships, whatever. So SUSU, very low risk unless members defaults and doesn't pay. Members always get back what they put in. However, no growth or interest. So, it's about rotation, not multiplication. So basically, it sounds like it's counterproductive, to be honest with you. The SUSU. Trust factor, investment group, legal contracts, protect members. You come up with a legal agreement amongst each other, and you don't have to involve no outside sources. Disputes handled with formal rules. So that means you have infrastructures and all of that great stuff. Still requires trust, however, also relies on documents and accountability systems. So it's a lot more thorough. SUSU operates almost entirely on trust and reputation. If one person breaks the cycle, it can hurt the group. See? So yeah, it's gonna have to be some hella super trust for that shit to work. Works best in tight-knit communities / families. Cultural and community role. Investment group seen as a wealth building tool within mainstream finance. Often used for real estate acquisitions, stock portfolios, joint ventures. SUSU, deeply rooted in African, Caribbean, and Black diasporic traditions, functions as financial solidarity in communities historically excluded from banks and credit unions. Conclusion: when to use each. Choose a SUSU if you need a disciplined way to save money fast. You want a community-based, trust-driven system. You're focused on short-term goals. You're focused on short-term goals, not long-term investing. Choose an investment group if you want to build long-term wealth and assets. You're comfortable with risk in pursuit of higher rewards. If you want structured contracts and professional accountability. Many communities actually use both. A SUSU to generate lump sums quickly, and then funnel that money into investment groups for wealth building. That sounds more realistic. That sounds excellent. All right, let me see how Black people can implement both an investment group and SUSU in practical, community-based ways. How Black people can implement it, blah blah. What we talk about. Implementing a SUSU / rotating savings club. This is often the easiest entry point because it doesn't require lawyers. Neither one of them requires lawyers, fam, or complex structures. Steps: gather a trust circle, family, close friends, co-workers, church members, whoever. Set contribution rules. Agree on how much each person will contribute weekly or monthly. Example: 10 people each gives $200 a month. That's $2,000 per hand, quote unquote. Uh, Decide rotation order. Use random draw or mutual agreement to decide who gets the money each round. Accountability system. Track payments through Cash App, etc., etc. Have a designated treasurer, trusted person. Build trust and expand. Start small, then increase contributions or allow new members once the system proves successful. Best use case: emergencies, paying off debt, starting a small business, building savings and discipline. Implements of if you want to do an investment group, it requires more planning and structure, however has greater wealth building potential. Steps: form a core group, choose 5 to 15 people who are serious about money growth, education and on knowledge first. Host workshops on investing basics, stocks, real estate, business ownership, crypto, etc. Create legal structure, form an LLC, cooperative partnership to protect everyone. Draft bylaws, contribution amount, decision-making rules, exit strategy, profit distribution. Pool capital. Members contribute regularly, monthly and or quarterly. Example: 10 people contribute $500 a month, $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year to invest. Choose investments. Decide as a group. Real estate, multifamily homes or hotels. Why not get some hotels? You know what I'm saying? Buy something bigger than just some homes and shit. Stock portfolio, local Black businesses, etc. Track and report. Quarterly financial meetings, transparent reporting, reinvestment strategies. Best use case: long-term wealth creation, community land ownership, building group-owned businesses. Hybrid model: SUSU and investment group together. This is powerful. Start with a SUSU to help members get a lump sum fast, $5K to $10K. Each member uses their quote unquote hand end quote to contribute seed money into the investment group fund. This way, you combine the trust culture of the SUSU with the wealth growth of, of structured investing. Challenges to overcome for both: trust issues, community trauma, and financial betrayal in the past. Financial education and or gaps. Not everyone knows about investing. Solutions start with training, guest experts, etc. Consistency: people dropping out or missing payments. Solutions: small contributions first. Bottom line: a SUSU is long-term teamwork of savings. A investment group is long-term teamwork of wealth for wealth. Black communities can use both to reclaim financial independence, circulate the dollar, and build collective power. Economic benefits of SUSU and investment groups, etc. For Black people: SUSU's rotating Savings Club, economic impact, access to capital without banks. Many black people are denied loans, etc., and fed interest rates. Susu creates a community-based bank where everyone gets a lump sum without interest, builds savings discipline, teaches consistency in saving money, helps break cycles of living paycheck to paycheck, funds small businesses and projects. Members can use their quote unquote hand to launch side hustles, pay off debts, etc. Circulates money in the community, keeps money out of exploitive financial institutions, strengthens group trust and solidarity. Economic value. Susus create financial stability and access for people who are usually blocked from traditional systems. Investment groups. Economic impact, collective wealth building. Instead of trying to invest small amounts alone, pooling resources creates bigger opportunities. Example, 20 people contributing whatever they contribute, blah, 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 blah. Ownership of assets shifts the community from being renters / consumers to owners and investors. Real estate stocks, businesses, and land increase generational wealth. Financial education and literacy and or knowledge. Members learn investing, contracts, profit sharing, and financial decision making. Builds a culture of wealth, not just spending. Community empowerment. Profits can be reinvested in black schools, farms, technology, etc. This reduces dependency on outside systems that historically blah 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 blah. Economic value. Investment groups build generational wealth, ownership, and power together. Number three, together. Susu and investment group together. Number one, start with a Susu to raise lump sum quickly. Transition into investment group with seed money. Use investments to buy land, property, businesses, and resources. Pass down wealth, financial education, and ownership to the next generation. Why this matters for black people: economics. Historically excluded from wealth building system, etc. Consumerism drains money out of the community, which niggas know that by now. Studies show that black dollar only circulates 6 fucking hours, which y'all should know that by now. In black communities, I'm tired of even saying that shit, you feel me? But it's just something that gotta be fucking said, you know what I mean, until it changes. Susus and investment groups reverse that flow, keeping money inside in-house and building financial power. Conclusions. Susu equals financial survival and community trust. Investment groups long-term wealth and power. Together, they help black people save, invest, own, and pass down assets, creating true economic interdependence. So, merge them like we do everything else. Just merge them together, and it'll come much more with better, bigger, and better possibilities. So, how this can be two sections and we out of here. How this becomes a boycott. Traditional banks and credit unions, black people long been exploited, high interest rates, etc. By using suits, the community withdraws money from banks and community instead. That's a silent boycott against financial systems, consumerism, and spending outside of the community. Instead of spending money in businesses that don't respect black people, etc., Susu's investment groups let money be redirected to black-owned businesses, property, etc. That's a boycott of corporations that profit off black dollars, however, don't reinvest. Economic self-determination. Boycotting doesn't always mean refusing to buy something. It can mean building your own systems so you no longer need theirs. When black communities pool resources, they can begin to reduce dependency outside of systems, etc. Examples of boycott through these systems. A Susu can help people raise lump sums, avoid payday loans, etc. Investment groups can buy land to build housing boycotting exploitative landlords. A community fund can support black farmers, stores, and schools boycotting major corporations that ignore the community. Conclusion. Yes, Susu's investment groups. Yes, Susu's and investment groups are economic protest tools. They allow black people to stop feeding oppressive systems, redirect wealth, and build alternatives to that make outside exploitation unnecessary. In other words, true boycott isn't just reversal or refusal, it's replacement. These systems let black people create and control their own economic cycle, which is most powerful boycott of all. Okay, in conclusion, both Susus and investment groups are powerful tools that can help black people reclaim financial independence and build economic power. Susus are rooted in African and Caribbean traditions, built in trust, collective discipline. Investment groups are more structured and focused on long-term wealth creation. Implementation starts small. A Susu can build trust and provide seed money. Once members are disciplined, and comfortable, they can transition into investment groups for bigger opportunities. Economic benefits. Together, these systems create access to capital outside of banks, teach savings, discipline, and financial literacy, build property, businesses, and resources. Keep money within the black community. Establish generational wealth, reduce economic dependency. Susu gives the community immediate financial relief, while investment groups create long-term economic power. When combined, they form a cultural and strategic pathway for black people to save, invest, and pass down wealth. All right, y'all. I hope this was a great show. We gonna, told you we was gonna be brief with this one, man. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death about something we know we should have been doing. So, um, all right, y'all. Make sure you share this. Put on your notifications, man. Sacred Space coming up soon. Peace and abundance and Cosmic Mind UV.